Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of CALLOUS Fight Night. We have defending champion Golden Sun playing on his very well-known alt February Stars against challenger Zomog, who has been in CALLOUS Fight Night a number of times before. Standard leads for both guys, Salamence for Golden Sun on the bottom, Zapdos lead for Zomog on the top. Just gonna give them the go-ahead, and they can begin whenever they're ready to do so. Interesting time zones we have here. We have Zomog US West, me in US East, and Golden Sun in Australia. So quite the spread at the moment, but I'm glad we were able to find a time that works for all three of us. We have a switch to Celebi from February Stars. That's going to get T-waved. Zapdos here, I mean, even if it does have Drill Peck or HP Ice, which most of them don't, I just don't even know that it's worth it on the Celebi. I think switching is the play regardless. One thing to note here is that he did switch out as opposed to Baton Pass out, so perhaps he doesn't have that. And here comes the T-Tar switch for Zomog. Finch making his cameo here. Full Para could be bad, especially if this is a Crunch or Pursuit Tar. It's really awkward here for Golden Sun. Does he stay in and get eaten by a Pursuit or an HP Bug? Is there a Crunch coming? Do you stay in an HP Grass if you're anticipating a Pursuit? Switching is probably the play, but there's definitely some bad things that could happen. That worked out pretty well. He got a little get-out-of-jail-free card there. Hidden Power Bug was obviously aimed at Celebi. Going to do neutral damage on meta, and it shows itself to be a mixed meta, or fully special plus boom. That's been a thing lately, but probably it has matched. They almost all do. No big damage on anything quite yet. Metagross for Zomog as well, and Celebi Calm Minding up. So one of two things here. If it is just the boring Calm Mind, Leech Seed, Psychic Recover kind of set, then there's got to be a Dougie in the back, because you can't touch Tar, and you need to reliably remove Tar in order to run that set. Alternatively, it could be a Calm Mind Baton Passer here, which is yet to be determined. There's no reason for the Celebi to have used Baton Pass against Tar earlier. In fact, it would have been a lot worse because he would have to stay in because he was paralyzed and eat the HP Bug first. So straight switching was the better play in that scenario. And we find out here that he does, in fact, have Baton Pass. He's going to go to Magneton. That's going to get blown up on, and despite the resistance, gonna kill him from 100%. Gonna be a trade, and we've got ourselves a pretty quick 5-5 with many unreveals between the both of them. See how they both want to follow up here. P2 and just the lead Zapdos again for Zomog. P2 makes sense to me. Magneton, Metagross, Celebi, all Pokemon that dislike Dugtrio. Unclear at this time if Zomog has one, but he's going to eat a Thunder Wave and not do anything back. It's just insta-full para. Here's BP, here's Lax, that's going to get paralyzed as well. So both of them opting to bring pretty offensive teams. Zomog almost always plays offense. Golden Sun is an aggressive player, maybe not to the extent that Zomog is. He's kind of like a TSS spammer, but like with an aggressive twist. But Zomog is like almost exclusively an offensive player from what I've seen, so I'm not surprised to see this from him. Psychic and Curse, another Psychic, and a Body Slam at +2, 30%, doesn't find Para. Meta handily winning this 1v1 at the moment. Another Psychic, and a full Para on what might have been a Boom turn, so that might be a poor and unlucky time for the full Para for Zom. Of course, it's another Psychic for the meta. It's going to be Claydol coming into that, resisting it, does get a Specs drop if he does have something like an HP Grass that can actually hit him here. I still don't know that I love the matchup for meta, and Claydol is actually faster here, as shown by the lefties, so that's all the more reason meta's got to be careful. I don't know what he could do here other than boom or a crit that would kill the Claydol here, whereas Claydol can go for Earthquake and certainly 2-hit KO the Metagross. 1-hit KO if he gets a crit, but obviously you can't anticipate something like that. So they're both thinking, but it looks like it is Golden Sun using the timer here. Not sure what he's thinking about. Maybe he's debating whether or not to boom here. It also just could be what to switch in. He's got to be concerned about getting boomed on as well. It's unlikely that Zomog makes this play, but what could happen here is like you go to Salamence or something, or Heracross, and the Claydol just goes straight boom, and you lose that Pokemon. So definitely a couple of things to consider there for Golden Sun, but that didn't turn out too bad. Earthquake into Heracross, which of course is resisted, is not a big deal. There's the one-hit KO, Mega Horn, so Golden Sun takes the lead after that. And the follow-up is Zapdos. It looks like Zomog's team is fairly Heracross weak, and Heracross might really do some damage here if this is the best he can do to follow up. Thunderbolt may or may not kill, depending on the EVs for both. Drill Peck would obviously kill with a 4x weakness if he had that. Zapdos has shown Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Baton Pass, so far and away the most likely last move is Hidden Power. Grass being more common than Ice, but either or. But neither of those would be relevant in this case against Heracross. Obviously, if you're going to stay in here against Heracross, you're going for either Thunderbolt or Thunder Wave. Heracross, we saw, did not have leftovers. Could be stuck on a Choice Band. It could also be a Salic Berry. Golden Sun, once again, is the man using the timer here, figuring out what to do. He does have some safe switches into Zapdos here. I mean, Celebi at 81%, if it has Recover. Most of them do, but they don't all. But Celebi, if it has Recover, is safe here. Porygon 2... safe-ish. It is paralyzed, so with a couple bad full powers, it could run into trouble here. Likewise, if there's a crit at a bad time, that would obviously be pretty poor when you're coming into what is presumably a Thunderbolt here. Thinking it over, Golden Sun here has taken over a minute in real time and is still trying to figure it out. I'm glad that he's taking this seriously. I'm glad that he's taking the time, not just fucking around. Oh, it's fight night, I don't care. And I'm glad that there are 24 spectators here as well. It's cool that people give a shit about these Fight Night games and enjoy them. That's the whole point, and I'm glad to have people here supporting it. Finally, after a good minute and a half, 2 minutes, he decides to go to Celebi. It almost makes me think with how long he waited that the Celebi doesn't have Recover, because it feels like such an obvious switch if he has Recover. Even had he gone to Celebi and Zomog had gone to Tyranitar, for example, you could just Baton Pass out of it. So, it really makes me think how long he waited that Golden Sun actually doesn't have Recover. It could be, last move, HP Fire, Giga Drain, or something like that. That would make sense to me. There's Giga Drain, so that might be what we're looking at here. And there's Dragon Dance for T-Tower, but yeah, I think I picked up on him not having Recover here. Zomog going for the sweep. Is he faster now? Doesn't have lefties, so we can't tell from that. It looks like a DD Lumtar, which is fairly standard at this point. I mean, Celebi is probably timid for Golden Sun, but whether or not he's actually over 300 speed, I'm not so sure about that. He could be. He definitely could be. And I mean, it's backbreaking here. If Celebi is faster, he just clicks Giga Drain again, and Zomog dies, right? I mean, there's no chance in hell that Zomog is switching out here. From Zomog's end, you have to just click HP Bug, right? Or Rock Slide, I guess, if you think you need a flinch, or if you anticipate the Salamence. As it turns out, Rock Slide would have been the better play here, but he does go for the more obvious and certainly safer against Celebi, HP Bug. Salamence does come in and get Intimidate off, but that does not prevent a follow-up Rock Slide for the knockout. Brings us to a 4-4. Still one hidden poke in the back for Zomog. A lot of his stuff is banged up, though. We see here T-Tower 28. Here comes the Lax that I was just about to show you anyway, being foddered off. It was only at 24%. It gets donked by meta that does have Meteor Mash, so it is a mixed meta as opposed to full special plus boom. And here comes Celebi being Thunderbolted on the way in. So we have seen Combine Baton Pass Giga Drain. I suspect the last move is actually HP Fire, is what I think is going on here. But we'll find out. There is Thunder Wave. Zomog has been very careful to not show his last poke until now. Here it is. That is probably not the last poke he needs in this situation. Cloyster coming down, and I think Golden Sun is very likely to win this game, but we will find out. All that Zom does is get a layer of spikes down before Celebi Giga Drains him into the grave, and now full powers are going to be necessary. Does not come. There's Giga Drain. It is only the Zapdos remaining. I don't think that'll be good enough. Looks to me like Golden Sun is going to retain his CALLOUS Fight Night Championship, and it's going to be Zomog with a valiant effort sitting on the bench once again. And there is the concession. No way out. Golden Sun defends the title, knocks away Zomog. So the question, as with every week, is who is the opponent next week? Oh boy, got pinged in Pokemon Perfect. Always something. Drama. Always something. Deal with that in a minute, but first let's figure out what the deal is here with good old CALLOUS Fight Night. Let's see. CALLOUS Fight Night. Who do we have left in the pool here? It's only a couple more weeks left of this. CALLOUS Invitational, I'm going to announce the pairings after this video. It's going to get started. The play-ins are going to take 3 weeks. We'll have Fight Night on those 3 weeks, and then after that, we're going to be shutting it down. It just CALLOUS Invitational is just too much of a time and effort sink. It would overshadow Fight Night, so it is going to be stopping. But for the next 3 weeks, we can enjoy it, and let's see who we're going to get. Quick math here: 21, 25, 29. 33, 36, 39. That was easy. Let me just double check it, but that was pretty simple math. 15, 21, 25, 29, 33, 36, 39. Perfect. Alrighty. Go to Google, go to random number generator. You guys know the deal. 3,900. One time only. Number 33 is going to be the guy. Number 33. Let's see. 15, 21, 25, 29, 33. That is Georgie, right on the nose, right on his last one. So it is going to be Georgie against Golden Sun next week. Look forward to that. See you guys there.